guys, Kofi, and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. So, opening up the show, we had main event Jey Uso and Gunther face-to-face before Saturday night main event. Now, I am having mixed feelings because I feel as though Jey is just going to be one of Gunther's opponents, and he's not going to be the one who overtakes him this time. But I will say this. In that promo that the two had, and they were talking about, winning, being a main event of WrestleMania, I could honestly say that if Jey was in the Royal Rumble, and if he won, he picked Gunther, that would not be a bad main event. It would not be a bad main event. I would not hate that. Like, him have a WrestleMania moment. I wouldn't hate that. The crowd wouldn't hate that. That would be actually pretty cool. Now, I really think that it's kind of getting old to me that whenever people have a face-to-face with Jey, the first thing people will talk about is how Jey's family, or talk about how Jey's like a lapdog. The thing is, if this is your family, you're going to help your family if they need help. And Jey also has that from Jimmy. Roman, I don't know how he rolling right now. We ain't seen that man for a boot, so I don't know how he rolling now. If I'm gonna be real, I have not seen Roman come out of nowhere when he's not been advertised to save anybody. That's something that Jimmy and Jey be doing, so I ain't gonna put that on him. But Sammy also would help Jey if he needed it. And I feel like it's so interesting that Gunther hasn't really brought up the fact that nobody's brought up the fact in this whole feud. Maybe it's just because it's only for Saturday night main event at the moment, so they're not thinking about anything else, because then you have Rumble. But Jey almost beat Gunther. Like, literally, Jey almost beat Gunther. So why is it that that's not brought up, or that's not being like, this is gonna be a moment where we're gonna see who really can do this. We're gonna see a fair match, and kind of put it more into Jey's favor, because I feel as though we all like Jey, we all believe in Jey, but we understand that he might not be winning the title on Saturday. That's just real. He's not probably winning the title. He's just gonna be one of Gunther's opponents, and then we're gonna get to Rumble, and we're gonna see what happens. Or it's an Elimination Chamber, because we'll probably be Elimination Chamber, because who's really gonna pick the World Heavyweight Champion when you got the WWE Champion there? That's all I'm saying. So, kind of get old, but also, Jey ate Gunther up talking about, hey, I main event at WrestleMania. I don't know about you. You can check your stats. Have you ever main event at WrestleMania? No. Because Jey has done a lot of things. The only thing he has not done yet is win a world championship, a singles world championship. Because I feel as though those tag championships are world championships, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to be a good match. No matter what way it goes, I know it's going to be a good match, because y'all like to forget that match between Jey and Gunther was pretty good. It was pretty good. There was no carrying. It was very intriguing. Like, don't play with Jey. Don't play with Jey. Kofi Kingston and Rey Mysterio. I'm not even going to front. I'm not going to front. We got to have a discussion about this, because why in the world would Kofi Kingston lose? Why in the world, why would Kofi lose when they're trying to be heels? Like, I'm trying to understand why that would work. People are already booing them, and this was just added to another boo. If, like, you beat Rey Mysterio, yeah, we gonna boo you. We're gonna boo you even more. That just heats things up. I feel as though when you're trying to be a heel, you need to at least be believable. You need to be believable, and you need to look like you're a threat. And let's fast forward to PFC versus Damage Control. Pretty solid match. Zoe Stark, I keep telling y'all about her. She's the opposite of when the bell rings. She really can go in the ring. She just needs better creative. Now, Io, she won that match for Damage Control. But the thing is, with Damage Control, they barely get a reaction because we don't take them seriously. They keep losing. There's nothing about them that makes them dominant. There's nothing about them that's going to make me think that they're gonna win a feud or get over in a feud. No, it just doesn't work. And the same thing could occur with, no, it can't occur with Kofi and Xavier, just because they're super over and no matter what they do. But at the same time, the point still stands. When we can bring up some heels, bring up some heels. Don't have, like, just have an adversary that's kind of a bad dude to lose every single time. Because then, what is there? What really is there? And Rey Mysterio could have dealt with a loss. He could have dealt with a loss. There's nothing wrong with Rey Mysterio losing. Because to build up this whole thing with Xavier Woods and thinking that he's going to be the one who turns on Kofi and they're just going to... Xavier won. So Kofi should win. Because Kofi has more on Xavier. Kofi is like... And we want to build this up. The LWO, like, when then the LWO comes out, who really gonna care if Kofi and Xavier just keeps losing? We just know what's gonna happen. They keep losing. So wait till Dragon Lee come up. Wait till, the rest of the people come up. Like, why should they lose? Why is it that they lost? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, and I'm not even just, because I do love heels, but at the same time, I love a good story. And to make a great story, you need a great villain. That's why the whole thing with Cody Rhodes, you wanted to cheer for him. I didn't, but you wanted to cheer for him. And that's why he has so much love and popularity, because he has such a great villain, Roman. And then you added The Rock to it. You made it even better. You made it even more for people to love him. And then you also have people like hating The Rock, hating Roman, but also like, dang. You're not going to have that with none of the heels that you have now, because they all suck. They all suck, and there's nothing that they really are doing that's heel, like, to make me be like, dang, I don't like you, but you're doing it. Like, there's nobody there that does that for me. There's nobody there. Like, at this point, we got to just change. We're going to have this, Roman, go back here. Because we ain't got no heels. Like, the Bloodline are the only ones that... The Thug Line, the only ones that be actually acting like some heels and really beating people up. We need some more heels that beat people up for real. Now, Sami Zayn came out, you know what I'm saying, declared for the Rumble, said he up there. He wouldn't have believed in his life that he would be up there, top 6, top 7. I forget what he said. He wouldn't have believed it. He would never believed it. And Sami is very solid. Sami is a great wrestler. And then he talked about, being in the ring, John Cena, Sami, great. Sami is great. He adds so much to the Bloodline storyline, to Kevin Owens storyline, to like bringing out emotion out of certain people in a crowd. But I don't know if I would technically put him in a top 5, top 6, top 7. I don't know if I would do that. But if you want people to believe in you, do that. You know what I'm saying? One of the things about Sami Zayn is he can get people to believe in him. And when he do that, is a pretty good, he declared really well for the Rumble, because he's going for it. And you don't want nobody that don't believe in themselves. And hopefully this is that might be how things are going forward. He stops being, when he gets to his own feuds, he stops being the underdog, because he doesn't need to be an underdog. Now, Kevin Owens comes out. I expected him to get a pile drive. I ain't gonna front with you. But Kevin Owens is basically like, you're a good dude. You're going to forgive people. You're going to give people chances. And that's why you're going to give me a chance. He was studying Roman Reigns' tape. But he basically was like, that's why you going to help me. That's why we going to be bro. That's why we're still bros. That's why you're my best friend. And Kevin Owens is hilarious, because I don't know where he's going with this whole thing. He continues to do this whole thing about picking me for WrestleMania so he can have a main event. His Delulu is just... his Delulu might get him on the way. I don't know. We gotta check out on February 1st. Maybe his Delulu is gonna go through. I don't know. But the fact he was like, we can fulfill our dream of main event WrestleMania against one-on-one on each other. I'm like, stop giving these people main event opportunities when your behind is not champion yet. You not the champ yet. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, bro? What, like, I ain't gonna front. Now I want to see Kevin Owens to be a champion, the champion, because how would that really go? Who will pick him? Who's gonna pick him for real? What match will we get? Because I ain't gonna front. Sami Zayn, he not winning that Rumble. He not winning that Rumble. And then Seth Rollins was like, that's what I want to see out of you, but you not winning over me. Seth, you not winning that Rumble. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You might win They might win the Elimination Chamber. I ain't gonna lie. They could win that, but they not winning the Royal Rumble. They not. I'm sorry. They're not. They're not. And then we had a declare. We had an even more expanding on the declare was CM Punk. Talking about he gonna, first off, if you want somebody, CM Punk is one of them guys. He gonna stand on business. He said, I will crush Hulkamania. That gotta pop out of me. That gotta pop out of me. I forgot what he was saying. He was talking about he can't see John Cena, and he said some stuff about Roman, which untrue. But hey, I almost forgot all about that when he said that Hulk Hogan stuff. I'm like, dang, maybe you should win a Rumble. But it's more believable than Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins if we're gonna be real. If we're gonna be real. We got John Cena in that match. And we got Roman Reigns in that match. I'm sorry, but I don't see it as being set for Sami. And that could be a surprise. It could be them. It could be them because they are very skillful and they've been putting in that work. I think they've been really working. Sami Zayn been really working for real. So I wouldn't put it past him at all. But Seth Rollins, you just lost it. You just had your moment for real. So I don't see that working. But it is what it is. Shoot, Kevin Owens may be at the main event. So y'all never know how things gonna work out. Now, Braun Breaker, why is he always backstage? If we're gonna have Braun Breaker not really work, keep the belt. Y'all could have kept the belt on Jay a little longer. But I'm very excited to see what happens in Saturday Night Main Event. I feel as though a title will be switched hands. It might be Sheamus might be winning that title back. Title for the first time, not back. And that would be cool. I think when it comes to these primetime events, they need to have something that really pops so people tune in, despite the ads, because we're not used to having ads on certain events. Nia Jax, I don't know why she went after she's on Raw for real. I don't, because she has Tiffany, and I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Tiffany is not much of a threat as Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna be real with y'all. So I don't know why she's on Raw, but she is. She's on Raw for a little bit. She attacked Rhea in the beginning of the night, and she had a match with Bayley, which Bayley's a Rawler now. She's on Raw, so that means that whole stuff with the big three is probably Naomi, guys. It's probably. Alright, we ain't gotta get into that today. Because it makes 0 sense if it's Naomi. 0 sense. Now, Nia Jax needed that win because I don't know what it is about that family, but that family is like the only real villains. They're the only ones that can have some real villains for real. Look it up, guys. Look it up. And Nia won that match, but also when she won that match, Rhea Ripley came out. And I'm not upset about Rhea and Nia having an opportunity to go face to face, go head to head, because I love that. I love it. They gave a banger of a match at the Elimination Chamber, and they just have chemistry, and you know that it could go either way when it comes to the two. But this is what happened last year. You give Rhea a match. You give Rhea a match that is actually so it's marquee. It's like, put that on a marquee. Put that on a Mania. Put it for Mania. Like, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax at WrestleMania would be so fire. I honestly can't think of anybody else who I would want Rhea Ripley to go against, to where it'd be like, okay, unless it's Bianca Belair. Now, if it's Bianca Belair, I'm gonna shut my mouth up. But I doubt it is. I doubt it will be. So, this may be a repeat of what happened last year. And that right there kind of upsets me, because yes, it's a great match, and Saturday Night Main Event needed a women's match, but don't give me a dang here. Like, that's kind of how it feels like, because Nia and Rhea could really have a great feud. They could really go to the distance when it comes to the feud, and Nia could have a moment winning the Rumble, because y'all know that usually the bigger person in the match doesn't really win, because they're always the target. Like, I don't know, y'all. It's just, I feel like that would have been I feel like that would have been pretty cool to have them have a Mania moment. But that just honestly could mean that Rhea might not go to Mania, but I doubt that. But that could mean that Rhea just has a better opponent in store for a better storyline to go forward with. And I'm gonna wait. And let them cook. Penta versus Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, he needs to have, like, they need to build Pete Dunne up a little bit more, because I feel as though he's underutilized. Although that match between him and Penta was good, because Pete Dunne don't be playing. And what I've seen with Penta, he's also one of those people that very serious, and he's gonna get things done. I like the display of Penta 100%. I really am enjoying I'm enjoying him being in WWE, and I'm also enjoying the way that WWE is displaying him, putting him against people that are very reputable instead of just somebody that just plays as a jobber. Those were very high-tense matches. Penta won. And I'm very interested in seeing how he's going to go and what storyline they're going to put him in. Because there was a backstage stage segment where American Made basically got help from Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic Mysterio gave him a card to, I think, a Lucha Libre. I'm wondering who it would be. Who he talking about. But, the main event of the night, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, a WrestleMania rematch, which is kind of crazy they haven't already been in a ring against each other. This match right here is like, I was really shocked. Not shocked in a bad way at all. Shocked in a very good way. Because usually when it comes to your main event stars, they're not able to wrestle for real on the regular shows. That recently, that's kind of been what they've been doing. They haven't really been able to wrestle. They haven't wrestled for real. They might have their little run-ins, but not really wrestling. But Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre were wrestling. They were wrestling. They was getting into it, and that rematch, that was a worthy rematch. A very worthy rematch. Like, you saw both of them get into it. Like, Seth Rollins really is one of them guys. Like, Seth Rollins is kind of in a bad position. When I say bad position, I don't mean like, I don't mean that in a terrible way, but I just mean like he's in a bad position. Not a bad position, that's the wrong thing to say, but he's in an interesting position because he's kind of like a middle child. He's very good at what he does. He's one of the best, and he's a great showman. But you have your Roman Reigns, and then you have the Cody Rhodes to kind of, like, you almost is like there's, when you make a list, sometimes he can get overshadowed. But he should never be overshadowed because of the things that he be doing in that ring. He really puts on a great show, and him and Drew's chemistry is really great. I need another match. I cannot wait to see that match again. But also, I want to see another match in those two, because you really see the emotion that they have in that ring. Like, my favorite matches is when you can really see them move like it's a dance. I love it when the wrestling is like a dance. You know what I'm saying? It's so raw, and like, I felt them getting hurt in that match. That was a great one. In that moment where Drew McIntyre was like, we supposed to be on the same team. We supposed to be on the same page. That right there. If they were ever on the same page, I ain't gonna lie, they would be a pretty hard team to stop. They'd be a pretty hard team to stop. Now, Raw has been doing this thing. I feel as though the only downside about Raw would be the fact that the women aren't really giving them much time. And they should be, because there is a new mid-card title. They should be. But at the end of the night, Drew McIntyre is a sore loser. A very sore loser. So he starts beating up Owens. And Sami Zayn comes out, prove his loyalty or whatever, or just being a nice guy. And he ends up haluva kicking Seth Rollins. This is why this man needs to stay out of his business, because this is the second time that he done haluva kicked one of his friends when he's trying to help them. It's the second time, bro. Find another move to do. Find another move that you can do real quick, and you could swerve if you need to. Or, like, I wouldn't be able to plan it better myself. Drew McIntyre really just be... I don't know why he gets away with these things, or he's able to make people have so much discourse in their own teams or their own, like, friendships, but he be doing it. He be doing it. Drew McIntyre, he might get Player of the Year again. He might get it again this year. Like, somebody needs to steal his crown. Please, steal his crown. But thank you for watching. Let me know how y'all felt about Raw. Are y'all excited for Saturday Night Main Event? And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!